Well, it was kind of a busy 30 days, but I did get 30 posts up on Vocal. So how well did it go? I'm Michael with WriterSanctuary, and this is my vocal recap for the past 30 days. First off, I did manage to beat my average income for the month. As you can see, I made a whole whopping 70 cents, which is nearly double what I normally do on average. Actually, it's a little bit more than double. I think a big part of that, though, is because I am part of Vocal Plus, so you get more of a payout. A big boost to that is getting the 30 views that I got on the 26th of February. Not to mention the 33 reads I got the following 3 days after that. Unfortunately, this really doesn't help very much because I have no idea what articles got the most reads. This is because Vocal's analytics is extremely limiting. Like, it'll show me that I've got 30 reads on the 26th, got 9 on the 27th, 15 on the 28th, and then 9 on the 1st of March. But it doesn't really go into much detail. I mean, you get to see how many reads or views each article got, but that's it. It doesn't really tell you much at all unless you're keeping track of it. Because when it comes to keeping track of this stuff in Vocal, it is very limited. And from what I can tell, most of the articles I wrote this past 30 days really didn't get a lot of traffic at all. In fact, there's only 2 that are in the top 10 for total views, and one's at 9 and the other one's at like 15. That's not very conducive to making a bunch of money. Then again, most of them were more relatable to journal entries than actual research topics. Still, the ones that I did write that are more search related from the keywords that I found according to Google, they really didn't perform very well. In fact, 2 of them only have like 1 or 2 views to it. And by now, on a blog, it would have hit at least 20. So perhaps the best way to figure out what kind of articles are best for you to write on Vocal, you should probably keep track of your own spreadsheet. Now, this is just a simple sheet that I've been using. It got the title, the URL of the article, the category it belongs to, and then I have when it was published, the total number of views, the date. I do this so that it can extrapolate how many views per day each article gets. Now, some of them are up there pretty high, like this one here is the week 2 of my 12-week fitness challenge, which I need to write week 4. But week 1 and week 3 didn't get nearly the attention, so it really depends on when it lands for someone to read it. Because from what I can tell, the searchability in Vocal kind of sucks. But using this sheet, I'm actually going to plan a few other experiments with content on Vocal to see if I can write a few that gets more than a handful of views. So what does this mean for Vocal as a writing platform? Because the analytical tools in Vocal are kind of weak, you have to keep track of the shit yourself. You'll need to keep track of your own pertinent information, such as the categories, probably even the length of the article, or maybe a few other key points that you might want to keep track of to see which one does better. Because I'm pretty sure that the different categories are going to land better than others. I mean, seriously, most of the top 10 articles, for me anyway, have been inside the longevity area of weight loss, my weight loss journey, a couple from the gaming stuff, but for the most part, it's all been fitness related. So when it comes to blogging and self-publishing, there's not nearly as many people interested in that kind of content, at least from me as a writer. Search phrases have less of a chance to work on Vocal than if you were to create your own blog, mostly because Vocal's pages don't get indexed, it seems like, at all in Google. In fact, I don't remember seeing Vocal come up at all in the past when I've tried to research a topic. I've seen Medium, I've seen a few hub pages, but never for Vocal. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that it sucks, it just means that it doesn't get searched by Google, which is kind of lacking quite a bit of traffic, so that's on them. Now, I do pay for Vocal Plus, and it's $10 a month, but I'm not really sure if I want to keep it around. It's just not paying out. I mean, 70 cents a month. And I don't know, the growth is kind of slow. It does give me access to the challenges and all that, but the odds of me winning any one of those are kind of slim. So I'm not really sure if the $10 a month is going to be worthwhile. At least not until I start making that money back. Like, if you're looking for Vocal to be some kind of passive income, then when you're paying more than you're getting back, it's more of a hobby. I know some people say, oh, you got to spend money to make money, but if you're bleeding cash, you don't have a choice. Besides, you can still make money with using Vocal free, it's just not as much. Now, sticking with specific niches might be more ideal. It really depends on your traffic and kind of writer you are and if people like your stuff. But if you're like me and you try a bunch of different categories, then you really, I don't know, it's kind of hard to gain a specific audience unless they're interested in how often you jump. So perhaps maybe a more focused audience on the type of niche that you stick with would be better towards developing that kind of an audience. Might get more reads out of it. And the trick to vocal is to write something that people want to read. Of course, that's true in just about everything, even if as a blogger. But still, if you're not able to engage your audience or pick a topic that might pique someone's interest, no one's going to read it. And if no one reads it, you're not making any money. And that's true with just about everything, whether it's a blog, a YouTube video, or even on Vocal, Hub Pages, Medium, anywhere you create content. If you're not creating something that people want to read, it's going to fail. This is why search intent and search in key phrases are so important in Google, but you don't have that kind of access in Vocal. You don't even know why people are clicking on your stuff, how long they're reading it, or whether their analytical tools bite. It aggravates me. Probably among the weakest analytical tools I have seen in any kind of blogging platform. I don't know. It'd be kind of fun to compare Vocal with Hub Pages and Medium later on. So will I continue to use Vocal? Probably, yeah. Mostly because I have a few ideas for experiments I want to try in the very near future. And I would love to see if there's any way I can crack the safe to actually make it worthwhile. 70 cents a month isn't going to do it. 70 cents a day would be a lot better. Then again, it all depends on whether I can drive traffic and drive interest. I guess part of that might be helpful if I shared stuff on social media. The problem is I don't have a lot of time. So by the time they got around editing, proofreading, and then publishing the article, I would either completely forget or not have a chance to share it. Because normally I'll use something like Buffer to share articles later on in the future. So I'll set them up for a schedule. I can't do that with Vocal because I have no idea when it's going to get published. And don't forget that A Freelancer's Tale is available on Amazon for paperback and ebook format. It's the story about how I became a freelance writer while dealing with one of the worst depressions of my life. The link to that book is in the description down below. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button for more videos about Vocal, freelance writing, self-publishing, WordPress, or anything else I cover. Hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. I think that's going to do it for me today. I'll see you next time.